All right, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2018 Chance Elementary D.A.R.E graduation. I'd like to start off by thanking the City of Miamisburg, the Miamisburg City Schools, and the Miamisburg Police Department for their support of the program, because without it, this day wouldn't be possible. I'd also like to thank all the fourth graders who've come today. I look forward to seeing you guys next year in D.A.R.E class. I'd also like to thank all the parents and relatives that have joined us today. This was a fun group of kids to work with. We had a good time, and we covered a lot of topics. Some of the things we talked about in D.A.R.E class are accurate information about alcohol and tobacco. We talked about good decision-making skills and how to resist peer pressure. We talked about bullying and how to be good citizens. And finally, we talked about being safe with over-the-counter prescription drugs. The goal of the D.A.R.E program is for your fifth graders to use the information we have talked about this year, especially as you get up into middle school and high school and you encounter some difficult situations. We have quite a few guests who've joined us today to congratulate you on your accomplishment. From the City of Miamisburg, we have your Mayor, Dick Church. Also from the City of Miamisburg, we have Councilman Mike McCabe. From the Miamisburg Municipal Court, we have the Judge, Robert Reddick. From the Miamisburg Police Department, we have the Chief of Police, John Sedlak. From the Miamisburg City Schools, we have the Assistant Superintendent, Steve Homan. And of course, you guys know your principal, Mr. Guy. All of our guests would like to say a few words, and we'll begin with Mayor Church.
Good morning, or afternoon now, isn't it? It's important that the City of Miamisburg conducts this D.A.R.E program in conjunction with the Miamisburg City Schools. This is our 22nd year that we've had the D.A.R.E program, and it's very important, especially today with all the drug activities. You know, times have changed. Back when I was in school a long time ago, the only thing we knew about was alcohol and cigarettes. Now you have so many challenges before you out there. I had some statistics, but I must have dropped them somewhere. But last year, I believe if my memory counts, we had over 160 overdoses in the community and 20-some deaths as a result of those overdoses. That's a waste of human life. And probably some of those people never had the opportunity to go before D.A.R.E. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit because I see two guys back here on camera. Joe McKenzie over here from the Miami Valley Communication Council, and Jarrett Bergstrom over here. He's also with the Communications Council. But somebody told me that Jarrett graduated in the last 22 years from the D.A.R.E program at Bear School. And so we're glad to have you with us too. I think this is your first time this year, right? Okay. The only thing I can say to you, and I say this year after year, and it can't be said enough, in your lifetime, you are going to be challenged. It might be today, it might be a couple weeks from now, it might be 30 years from now. But I will guarantee you that sometime in your lifetime, you are going to be approached by someone, probably a close friend, that will try to get you to do something that you know is wrong. And I hope when that happens, you have the fortitude to say, no, I'm not doing that. And remember the lessons that Officer Sherritt taught you a long time ago in D.A.R.E. Just say no, and I'll guarantee you're going to have a great rest of your life. Have a great summer vacation.
Next, we'll have Judge Reddick.
I'm Bob Reddick. I'm the Miamisburg Municipal Court Judge, and I'm overjoyed to be here today. It's nice to see so many parents taking an interest in their children graduating. You don't know how heartwarming that is, because I see a lot of kids and their parents aren't there a lot. The mayor talked about you being challenged. He's absolutely right. It's just a matter of time till at some point someone says, "Why don't you try this?" And it's probably not going to be during the daylight. It'd probably be dark, maybe in a car or a basement. Maybe it'll be in the afternoon, I don't know. But you've learned some tools in D.A.R.E. And your parents and your family have taught you right from wrong. And it's generally been my experience that the hard choice is the right one. Say no. Don't do something stupid. The mayor talked about people being addicted to heroin. You cannot believe how bad that is. I bet everyone in here has been affected in some way by the massive drug epidemic that we're in right now. You just have to say no. Don't get involved in opiates. Don't get involved in methamphetamine. Don't do any kind of drugs. Unless a doctor prescribes it for you, don't take it. And I'd even be a little suspicious of that, okay? Now, you're gonna start middle school, is that what they call it? 6th grade, and it's going to be a different time for you. You're gonna be more self-actualizing. You're gonna make more of your own decisions. You're gonna be more independent. And I just want you to make good decisions, to be successful. Now, there may be a friend of yours that's not as good at this, that may lack the willpower that you have. And if you see that friend going down maybe the wrong path, would you urge them to do the right thing? Watch out for yourself and your friends, and good luck, and have a great Christmas, a great summer.
Next, we have Chief Sutherland.
Good afternoon, D.A.R.E. graduates. Good afternoon, D.A.R.E. graduates. That's good. Good afternoon, parents. I'm gonna just touch upon the same themes that the mayor and the judge just talked about. You know, the mayor gave you a couple statistics. One was that last year, and we're always looking at the year before, those are the latest statistics we generally have. So last year, what did he say? He said there were how many overdoses in the city of Miamisburg? Do you remember? 160 or more. Now, in looking at you, it looks like about 60 people in this D.A.R.E. class. About, what is it? 60? Yeah, around 60 people. So think of it, there's about 60 D.A.R.E. graduates here. That's a large number. But you would have to add another 100 people to that number. There'd have to be 100 more people behind you to get to the number of people who overdosed last year on drugs, just in Miamisburg. You know, on my way here, I got in my car, I was pulling out. One of my sergeants came to me to tell me what? We just had another overdose in the city that we had just responded to. That individual did not make it, passed away, just before I came here. And last year, it was 26 people died from those overdoses last year. The drugs and the substances that you're exposed to now are so strong. What often happens if you ingest it or you inhale it, that you literally are out cold before you get it out of your arm or out of your nose. Think of it, on the floor, out. You can't even help yourself. And if there's nobody there to help you, you're in dire straits. That's why we put on these D.A.R.E classes, because these substances are so powerful and so dangerous. And we give you the tools, we teach you the tools to stay away from that. And it's all meant for a simple goal, that you'll lead happy, healthy lives. And as long as you apply the lessons that you learned in the difficult times that the mayor and the judge just talked to you about, he said you're going to be challenged. You know, that's why you're getting this at the 5th grade, because we know that starting around this time in your life, with that greater independence that you're going to have, a little further away from your parents as you're playing, as you're out with your friends, meeting new people, we know that those challenges are going to come, and they're going to come fairly soon. So those lessons you just learned in D.A.R.E, you're going to be applying soon. You need to apply them when the time is right. And the hard part is when you're undergoing the pressure to try those things. And it's especially hard if it comes from a person that you know and that you like. Hard to say no to a friend. Hard to say no to a group of friends. And oftentimes, that's where these challenges come. They come not from strangers, stranger danger, you know, who are these people? I don't know them, and you're already on alert. Oftentimes it comes from people that you know and you like. Maybe they're very popular. That makes your decision making hard. It's hard to say no sometimes to people you know and like and respect. But you know what? That is when it is most important that you think of all these different strategies that you learned in D.A.R.E and you apply them. And not only to extricate yourself out of a difficult situation, but like the judge says, to try to help them and talk them out of it as well. You can be a really good friend if you're able to do that. If you apply those lessons and remember this, you will lead happy, healthy lives. You'll be very successful and happy in your life if you can remember these lessons and apply them every day when you need to. And I wish you a great summer. I hope it's really wonderful, and enjoy 6th grade next year. And thank you.
And Mr. Helper.
Good afternoon, Bulldogs. How are you? I'm here for Dr. Vail today. We're kind of tag teaming on several events going around the district the last couple days of school here. But I'm really glad I picked the D.A.R.E graduation because I think this is such a great experience. It's such an awesome experience to see all of you go through the education that Officer Doug has taught you over the last several months. One of the things that you've really heard about today from everyone who has come up here is about you're kind of moving on to that next phase in your life. You're moving on to the middle school and then eventually after the high school. And as I've said, there's going to be some times you're going to have some hard decisions to make. You know, some of them might start this summer, some of them might start in 7th grade or 8th grade or the high school. But one of the things that I want you to think about is the community here at Jane Chance, okay? I'm out here a lot and we always hear about the Bulldogs, right? How you're one group, you're one community, you're one family together. And you really talk about how you treat each other, how you support each other. You have an awesome principal, Mr. Geyer, who would do anything for you at any time. Your teachers, they would do anything and everything for you to be successful. And that's not only in your 5th grade teachers, but think through, some of you have been here all the way since kindergarten, and you have those great relationships with your teachers. And you need to keep those relationships strong because they're going to keep track of you as you go through the middle school and high school. And they take a very vested interest in you. And they want to make sure that you're doing the right things and that they can support you in any way that you can. And so here's really what I would encourage you to do. All of you have your Google, your Gmail accounts, okay? And you can email anyone who's a student in the district or anyone who works in the district. And so going to the middle school next year, you're probably really not going to know a lot of the teachers. It's going to be new staff, and you might be running into some issues at the middle school. It might be another student, or you might be running into an issue in the community and you really don't know who to turn to, but you kind of remember what Officer Doug said. You've heard Mr. Geyer through morning announcements about what constitutes being a bulldog and what to do to be a bulldog. If you're not sure what's going on or you need some help and you don't know where to go to, shoot an email to any one of them. Any one of them would love to hear from you, and they would do anything for you to help you in a situation. And that's okay, whether it's at home or it's at school or it's in the community, or if you know something that's going on and you don't feel like you have you're still learning your new teachers next year, but you think someone needs to know, email any of them, and they're going to be there to help you, okay? We really talk about one of the things that we really value here in Miamisburg is we call them neighborhood schools, okay? And Jane Chance is special to you, isn't it? There's a lot of great things that happen here. And that is really your foundation as you build on and you go through your middle school and high school. So remember, you're a family. You have connections here. When you have any issues whatsoever, whether it's the peer pressure or you're tempted by drugs and alcohol and you don't know where to turn to, you got a family here, okay? Take advantage of that. And even if you're not having an issue with anything, you know what, I'm sure Mr. Geyer or any of your teachers would love to hear at any time, say, hey, I'm just checking in, seeing how things are going. Keep those relationships strong. These relationships you have here are the foundation that's going to help you get through as you graduate, okay? So enjoy your day today. Enjoy your last day of school tomorrow. You start a new chapter at the middle school. You'll do great. You'll be very successful there. Have a great summer, and thank you, Mr. Geyer, for inviting us today.
The last thing the students do in D.A.R.E. class is they write a D.A.R.E. report and present it to their classmates. We've selected a few to share their reports today, and we'll begin with Kevin McKinney.
In D.A.R.E. class, we 5th graders learn how to keep safe in any environment around us. The title of the class, D.A.R.E, stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. I've learned that drugs and alcohol affect almost every major body function, so we've learned how to keep safe from drugs and other unsafe substances. There are 3 major lessons we learned in D.A.R.E. class. We 5th graders learned about peer pressure, alcohol, and tobacco. Peer pressure is when a peer, or someone in close in age to another person, pressures them to do something bad. To avoid peer pressure, that person should stay with a group of friends. The other person might go away. Change the subject or just walk away from the situation. If a peer offers a friend something bad, walk away and tell a trusted adult everything that happened. An alcoholic substance greatly damages the mind and body of a person, especially a child. Alcohol is an illegal drink under the age of 21. It slows the mind and body, other major effects of memory loss and poor judgment. We've learned that even when we are of age, we should still drink responsibly because of its effects. Tobacco is another dangerous substance we learned about. Just like alcohol, tobacco has an age restriction of 18. This is because, like alcohol, it badly affects the mind and body. Its only difference is tobacco is addictive. It changes people's mind into thinking they need more. Over time, it kills the smoker by clogging their lungs until they can no longer breathe. In D.A.R.E. class, we have learned how to keep safe and away from those dangers. The D.A.R.E decision-making model is a process one could use to make a good decision in a tough situation. The D stands for define, meaning a person describes the situation to themselves. Then they assess their choices. After assessing their choices, the person responds to the problem. Finally, they evaluate or review the response to see if it was a good choice or not. There are many opportunities of when to use the decision-making model. For example, if someone wanted to go to a party but they have a sports game at the same time, or if someone were being bullied, if a friend asked another if they wanted to drink or smoke with them, people are cheating on a test and they say not to tell, a group of people skip school to go somewhere. There are many opportunities to use the D.A.R.E decision-making model because of even more predicaments at school and in our everyday lives. Along with the D.A.R.E book and Officer Doug, D.A.R.E class has taught us 5th graders how to deal with some of life's predicaments. With many problems to get caught in, it's great to know how to get out. D.A.R.E class makes learning to keep safe at school and in the community easy and fun to learn.
Next, we have Megan Combs.
In D.A.R.E, I have learned many valuable lessons that will help me in my everyday life. D.A.R.E stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. In my opinion, D.A.R.E is an excellent class for children because it teaches them lessons they will always be able to use in their own life. Every cigarette that someone smokes reduces their expected lifespan by 11 minutes. I have learned many lessons in D.A.R.E that will help me make the right decision. For instance, I have learned when smoking is harmful for people to do. This is probably because smoking is the leading preventable cause in death. Also, chewing tobacco can reduce the amount of blood that gets to my brain. Tobacco can also cause heart disease, lung cancer, mouth cancer, and tooth loss. Tobacco isn't the only thing that can ruin someone's health. Alcohol can also make someone unhealthy. It is illegal to anyone who isn't 21 or older. There are about 75,000 deaths from alcohol a year. Alcohol can also make someone have loss of coordination, poor judgment, memory loss, loss of self-control, and slow reflexes. One last big topic I learned is that I shouldn't bully others. I know that if I see someone getting bullied, I can use the 5 W's to help them. The 5 W's are who, what, when, where, and why. The lessons I have learned will help me make the right decisions in my life. The D.A.R.E decision-making model is a good system to refer to when there is a problem. The D stands for define. When I'm defining something, I'm describing the problem, challenge, or opportunity. The A stands for assess. When I am assessing, I'm looking at the choices and what the consequences are. The R stands for respond. When I'm responding, I'm making a choice. Last but not least, the E stands for evaluate. When I evaluate, I'm reviewing the decision that I made and making sure it was a good choice. The D.A.R.E decision-making model can help with lots of problems. For example, what if a brand new video game just came out and I really wanted to play it, but I knew that I have homework that is due tomorrow? The D.A.R.E decision-making model can help me know that the homework is what I should do. What if my friend's birthday party is the same day that I have sports practice? Or if my friend got home really late last night and didn't do her homework? Then at school, she asked me if she could copy my answers. I could use the D.A.R.E decision-making model to help me find out what my decision would be for all these examples. D.A.R.E has taught me many lessons and facts that have shown me why I will never smoke. I will try to make the right choice in every situation. I will also try to keep my life as positive as it can get.
Next, we have Cadence Hackworth.
Drug abuse resistance education is what D.A.R.E stands for. This year in D.A.R.E, I learned about tobacco and alcohol products. I also learned about the 5 W's in D.A.R.E and the D.A.R.E decision-making model and when to use it. I have learned a lot in D.A.R.E. I learned a couple facts about tobacco and alcohol products as well as the 5 W's. Tobacco products are illegal to sell to anyone under 18. Tobacco can cause upper respiratory problems as well as bad breath and yellow teeth. Alcohol products are illegal for anyone under 21. Alcohol can lead to a coma. It can also cause slow reflexes and memory loss. I have also learned about the 5 W's in D.A.R.E class. The 5 W's are who, what, when, where, and why. Who means who's being bullied. The what means what happened. The when means when did it happen. The where means where did it happen. And why means why did it happen. In DARE, I was taught the DARE decision-making model. The DARE decision-making model are steps that help me make a decision. The D stands for define. This means I have to define my problem. The A stands for assess. This means look at my choices. The R stands for respond. Respond means make a decision. The E stands for evaluate. This means look at my decision. Did I make the right one? Another fact I learned is when to use the DARE decision-making model. One example is when someone is getting bullied. I would use the DARE decision-making model for this because I would have the choices to either walk away or help them. If I decided to help them, I would have probably told a teacher. After I told a teacher, I would look back on my decision and decide if I made the right decision or not. Another example, if someone tries to make me do something I'm not supposed to do, I can either do it or say no. If they tried to make me do something, I would probably say no. After I said no, I would review my decision and think, did I make the right decision or not? I have learned so much in DARE class this year. Because of DARE, I know that I will not use any tobacco or alcohol-related products. I will be friends with non-violent people and make good decisions in my lifetime.
All the students did a great job on their report, and those three are a good example of that. The last group of people I'd like to thank are the ones that make my job as the DARE officer very easy, and that's the staff here, Jane Chance, and that begins with your principal, Mr. Geyer. And your fifth grade teachers, Mrs. Gormley, Mrs. Watercoat, Ms. Robbins. It's now time for you guys to receive your certificates, and we'll begin with Mrs. Gormley's class.
My class did a great job during DARE. They had wonderful questions, and we had a lot of fun, so I'm very proud of them. The graduates are Kevin McKinney. Oh, wait, hold your applause till the end. Kevin McKinney. This way. Avery Ackerman. Izzy Blazo. Amaya Brown. Keaton Conkle. Gigi Sam, Ella Furshey, Eli Bostico, Braden Fulham, Jaden Gambrell, Abby Jones, Tyler Leifite, Tanner Lilly, Abby Mason, Kaylin Mays, Tommy McCord, Ria Pasquetti, Landon Roberts, Maya Seitz, Elena Vargas, and Nate Williams. Congratulations.
Next, we have Mrs. Watercutter's class.
I'm very proud of my class, both in DARE, and I have told these students, I think, every day this week and last week how much I'm going to miss them. They're a wonderful group of kids, and I know, especially from Officer Doug's lessons, they're really prepared to go on to the middle school and face those challenges that our community members have talked about. So again, hold your applause till the end. Dennis Brown, Ella Busick, Samantha Fortman, Jalen Fox, Ariana Gessler, Cadence Hackworth, Braden Harris, Nia Knight, Osai Ogbubor, Derek Parker, Noah Pemberton, Jack Stein, Sammy Stowe, Sam Toadvine, Logan Walker, Larry Walling, Kaya White, Amro Ahmed.
Ms. Robbins' class.
All right, our graduates are Addie Brown, Aubrey Brugan, Avery Burden, Megan Combs, Jake Craiglow, Daisy Fisher, Paul Grafton, Noah Hartley, Ian Hayes, Nick Honeywell, Jemiah Jennings, Ella Manning, Shada Mohammed, Annalyn Moore, Anaya Morris, Gavin Payton, Adrian Picaza, Luke Ross, and Peyton Short.
Last thing we'll do as part of our graduation is I'll show you a short little video of D.A.R.E classes here at Jane Chance. again, let's give our graduates a round of applause. All right, fourth graders, have a great summer, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next year in school. Parents and relatives, thanks again for coming. Have a great summer. Thank you.